and the green and white upon my chest. It's such a joy for us to see, for they play football the Celtic way, with the four-leaf clover on my breast, and the green and white upon my chest. It's such a joy for us to see, for they play football the Celtic way, for they play football.
How you doing, folks? Welcome to the Four-Leaf Clover post-match reaction to Motherwell 0, Celtic 3. An absolute rotten day it turned out when it comes to the weather. But anyway, let's get into the game. Let's start with the starting lineup. Now, I think a few of us were thinking there was going to be changes in the game, considering the exploits of the players during the week, fitness-wise and stuff like that. Let's have a look at the lineup. Maybe the big surprise there, I think, from my point of view, is Calmac being missing. I think we predicted maybe a couple of changes in the midfield, so we were kind of maybe looking to see McCowan and Bernardo coming in, but we were probably thinking that Hatate and possibly Engels would be out there. As it so happens, Hatate kept his place, and Calmac and Engels drops out. We've also seen Forrest coming in for Kuhn. Maida kept his place as well, which I was surprised about because I was kind of thinking that he would have gave Maida a rest there and possibly brought Palman. But again, that might have been maybe too many changes at one time. And then we've seen Kyogo coming in here for Ida. Another thing I was surprised about was AJ starting. I thought he took a wee knock there as well. He looked as if he was struggling a wee bit towards the end during the week. But he kept his place and took the captaincy as well. So fair play to AJ for that. So let's get into the game. I think Motherwell can be a kind of notorious, kind of difficult place for us to go at times. Sometimes we've had it easy, don't get me wrong, but you know, sometimes it can be a bit of a struggle ways, and then obviously having the European exploits. We didn't lose a game, so whether you call it a European hangover or no, but it was a very physical game. I think physically it took all out the players. So bringing in the changes kind of made sense, even though the ones that actually came in as first team starters actually made an appearance in that game. So they did play a part, but obviously towards the end of the game. So they were kind of fresh legs, I suppose, for the day. Good to see McCowan getting a start as well. I think the start of the game, we never started our usual kind of fast, free-flowing self, but really, were we going to be expecting that? I don't know. The eighth minute, I think it was, Bernardo stumbles on the ball. Schmeichel passes the ball out to him. Bernardo stumbles on the ball, kind of gets caught on his feet and then goes towards goal again. Motherwell get the possession, comes out to Lennon Miller and has an absolute cracker of a shot at boy, and it just smacks right off the post. And I think warning signs were there for us to kind of waiting up a wee bit. And then 2 minutes later, free kick, and the same man again, Lennon Miller, cracks the ball right off the post. Off the bar, sorry, no off the post. So I think in the two occasions, quite early in the game, I think possibly a wee bit fortunate not to be at least one down anyway. But we didn't, took us a wee while to get into the game. I thought we were kind of pedestrian at times with our passes. As I said, something we're not used to with Celtic, but maybe our recent games we've seen Celtic slowing up a wee bit, and obviously with the game in Europe, possibly that could be a fault for that. But McCowan did lofted the ball to Maida. This was in the 13th minute. Lofted the ball to Maida, and it just gets a kind of glancing header on it. No, I don't think it was enough to really trouble the keeper. I think the keeper made it out to be more than what it actually was. He actually put it past the post, but there wasn't enough in that for me to be classed as a real chance. I think it was just slightly below it. and did get to seed on it, but not enough to really kind of cause any major problems there. 26th minute, the wee man himself, wee McCowan, absolutely fantastic goal. He nutmegs one player, and he just jumped past another, and he just slides it left foot into the back of the net, and absolutely delighted for the wee man, especially getting a start. And in my opinion, he's never really let Celtic down any time he's played. I think he's been a credit to himself, to be quite honest with you, because, you know, not that there was a heavy price on him. £1 million, I think, overall looks a bargain for Luke McCowan, considering he's done absolutely nothing wrong any time he's come in and played for Celtic. He's a fan, Celtic mad, so great to see him come in and getting that goal. I think that's maybe his second goal for Celtic. I think maybe second goal. So great to see him getting that. So there was another goal, which was about 7 minutes later, something like that. Ball through to Maida. He slides in his stomach when he goes through, and the ball comes off his hand and goes into the goal. And they look at it, and they decide that because the goal's been scored, it's come off his hand, the goal's choked off. But Maida's absolutely adamant that he's been pushed. And you can see it when they play it back, and how they didn't look at it properly, or maybe they did, and they just, you know, look who you're up against. It's that Davidson, he's absolutely hopeless as a referee. The goal initially gets chopped off. Maida is adamant that he's been pushed. If you look at it again, O'Donnell, and I seen McFadden talking about it in the commentary, and he's saying, aye, but Maida's came across O'Donnell's path, which I don't think it does, but either way, it doesn't matter. In my personal opinion, O'Donnell puts his forearm up into the back of Maida's neck, almost at the back and the side of his neck, and pushes him and puts him out. In my personal opinion, I think that's a penalty. I think Celtic were quite right to be looking for a penalty in that situation, but it was turned away. So no surprises there. I've just wrote down a wee note here. Davidson ref given everything to Motherwell and nothing to Celtic, and I think it was quite evident. I think every slightest wee thing, whether it be a 50-50 situation, it was going to Motherwell, and it was just seeping out of him. We know that a lot of people say, if you get a chip in your shoe and stuff like that, it's absolute incompetence, but also we know what they are, and they can say whatever they want. But shocking. I thought it was, especially in the first half, an absolutely shocking performance for the referee. I expect nothing after him, right enough. So that's the end of the first half. 1-0 to Celtic. Happy enough. I think we could have played better. Absolutely, we could have. But as I said before, I think it can be a notoriously difficult place to go for Celtic. So overall, I was happy getting in 1-0 up at half time. The second half starts probably into the 50th minute, round about that. Hatate gets a ball to Kyogo. He jinks and shoots for just outside the box. Keeper saves it, and I don't know how he manages to get it, but Maida manages to get the ball and knocks it back in across the goal. But there's nobody there to finish it. But that's Maida all the back. He just doesn't give up. He doesn't give up in these situations. We get another goal, 55th minute. Your man, the warrior, the man that never gives up. He gives you everything. The captain for the day, AJ. Well worked goal. I think, you know, we'd been patient in the build up. Motherwell seemed quite organised in their shape. They were keeping their shape. Celtic were just kind of looking for an avenue in. No try to kind of push it too much. The opportunity came by crosses the ball in. AJ is coming in and heads it right in the back of the net. Absolutely fabulous goal. And good to see AJ getting a goal there as well. The guy's an absolute warrior. Put some shift in during the week as well. And as I said earlier on, I was really surprised that he started again, because I think that he was definitely one of the ones that I was looking at to maybe get a rest in this game, because I think he needed it. He put so much effort into it. So there was a couple of wee things here and there, not much to kind of speak about. And it's really difficult being yourself talking about this as well, because you usually get somebody to bounce off, but all the other boys are busy, get business to take care of. our Paddy's actually at the game with his wee grandson, so I hope they enjoyed it. Travelled there for Ballymena. So I'm just there myself, so you're going to have to put up with me, unfortunately. 2 seconds, I'll just get into the comments. I'm sorry, I'm leaving everything. Let's get through, have a wee look. If you bear with me a wee second to get these comments up. Aye, good to see some good regular faces on there as well. San Fran Celtic, absolutely, mate. Smell the glove, great result, yes. West Calman Wednesday, I know, San Fran. Aye, good shout, I think. Possibly. I think he'll be itching to get back on the park right enough. Cal Max, that used to playing so many games. He's somebody who very rarely misses a game. So that's why I was so surprised at him being out, but I totally understand it, and I think he deserves a break. Were you quite happy with AJ being the captain? I don't think there was anybody else on the party where it really a thoughty with CCV no starting either. So I think it was a kind of natural thing to give the captain and captain's armband to AJ. Here's James Allen Viper. Good to see you on again, mate. Paul McFarlane. Stuff for me. Like, yeah, Shug for Boys on Tour. Good to see you, Shug boy. Good to see you. DJ. AJ has thought he deserved the day off, but he's playing for the cause. Aye, 100%. You get so much effort out of AJ, so you understand why, you know, when Brendan's making so many changes in the team, especially with having Cal Mack out, he needs another leader in the team, and he's definitely a proven leader, a warrior. So, what's that, Craig Young? Good to see you, Craig. Another regular commenter. I did. I actually did call a 3-0, and I don't want to blow my own trumpet, but I did. If you look back in the Friday show, that was my predicted result. I went for 3-0. I think Paddy picked 3-1 to Celtic, and I think Scotty done the same. Obviously, Jerry was the one. I'm pretty sure I'm the only one out of the panel that got the result right. So, it's just a pity I'm not a betting man. I might have made a few quid today, but there you go. It doesn't always work out. So let's get back onto the game. 66 minute subs were made. The long awaited return of CCV and Kuhn. They come on for Baye and Forrest. Good to see the big man back in defence. And it kind of changed it then, because Baye Kamavs was playing left back, and you've seen Scales get into that position as well. A position we know that he can play, has played that position in the past, the big man. But something I'm not used to. He's been a stalwart in defence for us. He's been, in my opinion, he's been the best defender at Celtic this season, big Scales. So he moves into the left back position. Trusty is in his more left-sided central defensive position, and big CCV comes in. And I don't know how bad his injury was, or if it was taking a chance and bringing him back too soon, but it didn't look like it. He looked perfectly fine, the big man. And I think we need to get him back for important games coming up. You know, you've got a semi-final soon as well. So you want him up to speed for that as well. You don't want him coming in cold for games like that. So it was good to see big CCV back. 74 minutes again, Kyogo comes off and Adamiga comes on. And McKibben comes off. Great shift to put in as well. And Engels come on. A guy that probably took a bit of criticism unfairly, I think, in my opinion. You know, you need to remember he's a young guy. He's 21-year-old. You always look at somebody's price tag. When it comes to that, you're expecting more out of him, but technically he's still a prospect, a project player, but in a higher calibre of used to be bringing in. So Brendan's still got a lot of work to do with Engels, and I think everybody can see there's definitely a quality player in there. We've been raving about him since he came in, but he's not really played a lot of games. I don't know how many he's played, maybe 7 games, something like that. And I think the majority of games he's been absolutely fantastic. So I think we need to be happy with the boy. And you look at the quality of opposition we've been up in the last two, especially the last two Champions League games. I think for a young guy, he actually no done as bad as what people were kind of saying it is. I think, you know, you need to give him a bit of a break here. So, 75 minutes. He does own the park for a minute, and he gets the ball and he hits the post, and you think, is this the old Adam Ida back for last season, where he done that kind of thing? He came on the park and he absolutely made a contribution to Anthony Dunn. And I was good to see him making a good positive impact. This is another man that's took a bit of a battering with some fans and the media as well. Kind of wee doubts creeping in here and there, saying that he's not the same player he was and stuff like that, which I don't necessarily agree with. I think obviously everybody's open to criticism. It's just the levels he was at last season. It was absolutely unstoppable, and kind of. You need kind of constant games as well to really get you into that kind of match mode. But Big I like him as a player. I think he definitely brings something different to the team, a totally different aspect. And we've seen during the week it was opposite way about. Because he'd started the game, and then when Kyogo came on, he really kind of stretched Atalanta a wee bit. So it's good having that option to having two really good strikers, but playing the two of them are totally different types of players, so you can really change up your game there. It's good to have that option. So in the 84th minute, Maeda comes off. Maybe a wee bit quieter, but I really think that we think that Maeda is a superhuman and just won't get tired, and it's a wee bit unfair because he absolutely puts a shift in every game. It doesn't necessarily work out for him when it comes to chances and conversions and stuff like that, but one thing you always get off of Maeda is 100% commitment. So we can't ask any more than that, especially for a man who was away with Japan, or that travelling. I think you get 20 minutes in one of the games, but the travelling back and forth there, and then coming in against Atalanta away early, putting a shift in there as well, and then coming out in the day as well, you're going to get a player that isn't 100%. Personally, I thought Palma might have been a better shout in this game rather than Maeda. But anyway, Brendan decided to start with Maeda, but Palma came on in the 84th minute. Never really had time to kind of do much, to be honest with you. But anyway, 87th minute, Adam Ida. Kuhn beats his man on the wing, gets the ball there, crosses for Ida, who just fires it in the back of the net, and absolutely delighted for the big man to get the goal. Fantastic. And again, I think what matters here is if you're getting the 3 points, I think that is the most important thing. I think that ever since the Dortmund game, whether you believe it or not, I think we have struggled form-wise, but performance-wise. I think you can see it kind of took its effect on us a wee bit. So even though we haven't been free-flowing football at times, and I don't think we played particularly bad today, I thought we played pretty well. We were absolutely dominated when it comes to possession and stuff like that, you know, and we really limited Motherwell with quite a few. In fact, notable was Lennon Miller's two chances. Other than that, there wasn't really much happening. So overall, I was absolutely happy with scoring the 3 goals. Just towards the end of the game, 90th, I think it was the 90th minute, 91st minute. Now, remember, I know the surface is slick, it's wet, it's been pissing down for the majority of the day, and I get that, and it's quite easy to go and make a challenge and no judge it right and slide in and through the player, but I don't think that was the case in this tackle. Liam Gordon slides in on Ida, and instantly the referee gives him a yellow card. It's a naughty challenge when you look at it. You look back on it, and he catches him a bad one on the ankle. VAR intervenes. The referee goes to have a look at it again, and he decides to overturn the yellow into a red. And I think it was the right decision, because Ida after that was struggling a wee bit. I think he eventually managed to kind of run it off, but for the first few minutes after that, the first couple of minutes, I think he was struggling a wee bit to even walk or even stand on it. So I think it was the right decision to send the boy off. And as it turned out, the game finished 3-0. Goals for McCowan, AJ, and Ida, and absolutely delighted with that. Happy enough. Just having a look at the comments here before I shoot off. It's not going to be a long one today. You'll be pleased to hear listening to me. I'll just see if I can get any more. I don't want to feel as if I'm ignoring these. It's things. Oh, you're some man, Paul. Thanks very much. It's not an easy thing to do yourself, believe me. Try and get these comments up, folks. I appreciate you joining me for this post-match. The boys are going to be back on Wednesday. I think we might all be back, as far as I know. Cheers, Joseph. Aye, so we'll be back on Wednesday. The whole team should be back. And I don't know if you've caught the Friday's pod. We put out Scotty put out a wee notice we were wanting to kind of add contributors to the pod. Probably between the kind of 18, 20 to about 30, 35 age range, possibly a guy and a female. Just to mix it up a wee bit and give a wee kind of different look to things with the panel at times. It gives us an opportunity to have a wee break and just change it up. It makes things fresh and doesn't mean you're looking at the same handsome faces all the time. So again, if you did excuse me, if you didn't see Friday's pod, have a look. It was a good chat actually. Enjoyed that one, and we've got more content planned as well. I smell the glove. Apparently, I'm too old. We're all too old, mate. We are all too old. Don't worry about it. You look young. Well, that's a matter of opinion, mate. I don't know. It's hard to tell with your profile picture. It's actually what as if it's heavily filtered. No offence, Paul, but I'm just being honest, mate. Right, folks. So I'm going to end this now because I've basically been through it. And we will be back on Wednesday at 7 o'clock. So I just want to say thanks for joining us, and we'll see you then. Hail, hail. Cheers.